Hello, welcome to Story Time. I'm Jenna.
I'm Alicia.
We have a special guest with us today, Elton.
This is Sir Elton John. We call him Elton/EJ.
We're going to talk about how my ex-husband and her dad, her ex-dad, was abusive to animals.
So we want to give a trigger warning for animal abuse for this story time.
That's right. Okay, Alicia, you ready?
Yeah, so I remember several incidents of my dad being violent towards our pets. He would throw rocks at our cats and kittens, and he would also beat our dogs. Well, there were several incidents, like there was one incident, I believe I've talked on here before about him threatening to give my puppy away, Happy. There was this one incident I remember of my grandma, which was his dad, his mom, had a dog that kept getting out of her fence and escaping and coming in our yard. We lived on several acres in an unfinished house. And my dad didn't like this dog coming on our property for whatever reason. And I remember one night seeing him step out of the house, and he had a small gun in his hand. And I heard a shot fire. It was raining that night. I was probably 15 or 16, and I heard a shot fire, and we never saw that dog again. A few of my grandma's dogs ended up disappearing kind of over time, and I'm looking back, it was probably him considering that incident.
Yeah, the incident, really, it's a horrific memory about our dog Ruth, and she had just had puppies, and he had parked his bicycle out by where she was chained up in front of the doghouse. Why he parked it out there, I don't know. But he did. So he went out there to move his bike, and Ruth had gotten tangled up in the bicycle. We had company over that night, and but I looked out the window to see what he was going to do, and he actually jumped up in the air like you would work karate, and did that kick and kicked Ruth. I never will forget the sound that she made. It was a crying, whining, winced, and just horrible. I just can't imagine anybody doing that. And the lady that was eating dinner with us that night, she sat there and cried. It hurt her so bad to hear that dog. She was actually the one that made friends with the dog that was a stray, and knew that we were going to take care of this dog. She was a sweet, precious little dog, and just had puppies. And he had to have broken some of her ribs. It's a wonder he hadn't killed her. But you know, after he did that, he come right in and he was smiling about it. Like, I've taken care of that. And then just sat down and had his dinner like nothing ever happened. But it hurt me. I'm sure it hurt the kids at the time, and it hurt our company that he, a man of God, the street preacher, the narcissist, would do something that way. Now let me just tell you this. If they abuse animals, they're going to abuse you. And he did abuse us. You have another story?
Well, I just remember several incidents of our cats. There were several stray cats. We lived in Hornbeak, Tennessee, and there were several cats out on the kind of the acres there, and he would make a point to just throw rocks at them. And I remember this cat having kittens, and Mama was very adamant about us. I wanted to show her one of the kittens, and I brought it up to the door, not inside the house, God forbid, but up to the door to show her the cat, the little kitten. And she was like, oh, it's very cute, but get it away from the house, get it away from the house. At that time, I was annoyed because I was thinking, you know, why wouldn't you want to see this cute kitten? But looking back, I know it's because she didn't want them coming up around the house. And my dad throwing rocks at them and hurting them.
Or kicking them.
Or kicking them. At that time, I didn't even know the story about him kicking the dog, but just several violent incidents using our animals because he knew how sensitive we were about pets and hurting them. So,
Yeah, that's what the narcissistic abuser will do. Anything you love, especially your animals, they're going to find a way to hurt them, abuse them, and even kill them. Thank you for watching. Signing off.